This may be the biggest error you are making every single day. That is truly making your foot pain and numbness worse. It is not a pill, it is not a food change, and it is not something you only do sometimes. It is something you put on your feet first thing every morning without even thinking about it. I am talking about your socks. If you are over 60, and especially if you have been told you have that annoying, tingling, often burning feeling we call nerve pain, then what I'm about to show you is a total game changer. It is the silent enemy hiding in plain sight in your top drawer. The wrong kind of sock is not just uncomfortable, it is literally squeezing the life out of the small blood flow and signals going to your feet. It is creating a constant low-level physical stress that leads directly to the kind of long-term pain and shaking that makes every step feel like a risk. Here is the shocking fact. Most of the popular, easy-to-find socks sold to all adults are made with parts that are actively bad for the health of senior feet. They are built for short bursts of sports, not for long-term blood flow comfort. And the common errors you are making when you pick them, they are adding to a problem you already have. I am going to show you exactly which socks you need to toss out right now, and more importantly, the 3 simple, cheap changes you can make today to start feeling better, often in just a few days. You might think you know the answer. Maybe you think it's just about buying a larger size. It is not. The real problem is much more hidden, found in the cloth, the seams, and a design part called non-binding that often does not do what it says. Stay with me, because the 3rd type of sock I'm going to show is the most common problem, and the easiest fix will truly surprise you with how well it works. Imagine waking up with less pain and more balance. That relief starts right here. For years, as someone focused on helping people in their best years keep their movement and comfort, I have seen the same sad cycle happen. A senior patient comes in with growing foot pain, sometimes that pins and needles feeling, or just a heavy, tired feeling. We look at their food, their pills, and their habits, but often the answer is literally on their feet. I want to talk to you directly. I understand the worry, that feeling when your feet are buzzing at night, or when you feel like you are walking on stones. It lowers your quality of life. It makes you afraid to take that walk, to play with the grandkids, to just stand easily in the kitchen. The truth is, as we age, our bodies need softer support, especially the furthest spots from our heart. The nerves and tiny blood tubes in your feet are the first to feel the squeeze. So what you wear on them matters very much. We are not here to talk about hard medical steps. We are here to talk about a simple, basic change that can give real, clear relief. Over the next few minutes, I am going to lead you through the 6 vital things to look for in a sock, explain why certain cloths are silent killers, and give you a daily foot care plan that works together with your new sock plan. This is not just about dealing with a sickness. It is about getting back your power to move. Let us start with the first and most vital error in sock choice. The number 1 sock you need to stop wearing at once is anything with a tight rubber band at the top. This sounds simple, but look closely at what you own. Many dress socks and even some sports socks have a strong, high-tension band made to keep the sock perfectly up all day long, stopping it from falling. While that might sound clean and tidy, for someone with weak blood flow or nerve tasks, this tight band is basically a tiny tourniquet. Think about what happens when you wear a tight rubber band on your wrist. The squeeze stops the free flow of blood and the nerve signals. Now imagine that squeeze on your leg or ankle for 12, sometimes 16 hours a day. Over time, that constant grip can worsen old blood flow issues. It stops the return of blood back to the heart, leading to swelling or what we call water buildup in the lower legs. And it literally hits against the outer nerves. A simple test you can do right now. Take off your current socks. If you see a deep red pressed ring around your leg that takes more than a few minutes to go away, you are wearing a sock that is too tight. This constant squeezing adds to that heavy, painful feeling in your feet and ankles by stopping the natural flow. Why does this matter for seniors? Because our blood tubes are naturally less springy over time, making them more open to outside pressure. The fix is simple. You must switch to socks clearly marked as non-binding or diabetic socks, which are made with very little tension from top to bottom, often using a looser knit in the calf area. Look for a sock that stays up, not because of a tight ring, but because the whole sock is made in a way that holds gently. The next major sock error is wearing thick, heavy socks, especially with big seams at the toe. Many people reach for these super soft, thick socks, especially in the winter, thinking that more padding means more comfort. But here is where it gets shocking. Extra bulk is actually bad for foot health. First, a thick sock takes up too much room inside your shoe. If your shoe was already a perfect fit, a thick sock turns it into a tight grip. This constant pressure pushing the toes together and against the top of the shoe increases rubbing. This rubbing, combined with wetness, is a recipe for foot sores, blisters, and hard skin. More importantly, the thick cloth, while first feeling soft, can stop the tiny movements of your toes needed for balance. When your foot and ankle are trapped, you rely more on your sight and inner ear for balance, which can increase your risk of a fall. Second, let us talk about those seams. If you can feel a thick raised line where the toe box of your sock is closed, that seam is digging into the tips of your toes with every step. For someone with soft skin or less feeling, this constant pressure point is a hidden thorn that can lead to skin tears and pain without you even knowing it until it is too late. I remember a case where a man's long-term foot pain was totally gone just by switching to seamless socks. This switch stopped the tiny harm caused by the rubbing seam. Always choose socks that are seamless or have a hand-linked toe end, which means the seam is completely flat and cannot be felt by the touch. This single change can greatly improve your daily walking comfort and lower the risk of skin harm. Now for the third sock type you must avoid. In this one is the most common mistake: cotton-only socks. Most people think cotton is the best choice because it is a natural, airy fiber. And while that is true for shirts, it is a disaster for feet, especially senior feet, where moisture control is key. Cotton loves water. It soaks up sweat and wetness like a sponge, and once it is wet, it stays wet. This creates an always damp world around your skin. Why is this such a problem? That warm, wet world is the perfect place for foot issues. But more importantly, it causes your skin to become water-soaked and weak. This weak, softened skin is much easier to tear, blister, and break down from rubbing. For people dealing with nerve pain, where skin health is already a worry, keeping a dry, healthy skin wall is vital. You might think this is enough. It is not. The other issue with wet cotton is that it loses all its padding power when damp and folds up easily, creating hard pressure spots inside your shoe. Instead of cotton, you should be looking for socks made from high-power artificial mixes or natural wools like merino wool. These cloths are made to pull moisture away from the skin. They pull the sweat off your foot and push it to the outside of the sock cloth where it can dry. This keeps your foot dry, cool, and safe. Think of it as a safety wall against wetness-related issues. The instant feeling of dryness and less sweat is a simple treat that leads to better foot health. Before I give you the best specific sock cloths in a plan, let us discuss the shocking issue of socks with inside lines, or heavy-ribbed styles. You often see these in socks made for rough wear, or in some special tight stockings. While a light outside rib for stretch is fine, inside ribbing, especially in the bottom or sides, can create patterns of pressure and release that might seem helpful, but are actually annoying. Imagine walking on a tiny woven board all day. These small lines inside the sock cloth create focused pressure spots. For a healthy foot, this is usually not felt, but for a foot with weak nerve power, these small, steady pressure changes can be felt as pain, increasing that burning or tingly feel. The goal for a tenderfoot is a sock that feels like a second skin, smooth, steady, and gently wrapping, giving even pressure spread across the whole foot area. Also, socks that are too heavily styled or textured on the inside often rely on that bulk to give their shape, which leads back to the bulkiness problem we talked about before. Look for socks that have a smooth inner finish. When you turn the sock inside out, the inside should look as flat and even as the outside. This makes sure that every part of your foot is getting the same soft support without annoying lines or pressure spots. This change lowers the steady sensory input that can tire and weary already tender nerves. The fifth vital error, and one often made by kind family members, is picking the wrong level of squeeze. Tight socks can be very helpful for blood flow, but only if they are the right type and pressure. Tight socks come in various pressure levels, measured in units called mmHg. The squeeze levels are usually called light, medium, or firm. The problem starts when a senior starts wearing a medium or firm tight sock without expert help. While firm squeeze is needed for treating certain health tasks, for general daily wear and light foot pain, a sock that is too tight can actually be bad for you. It can be hard to put on, leading to skin tears and worry. And if not sized right or too strong, it can create a sharp pressure line that makes the very blood flow issues it is trying to fix worse. The general rule for daily comfort is to pick light, non-medical grade tight socks that are made specifically for comfort and ease of wear. These give a soft, graduated squeeze, which means the pressure is biggest at the ankle and slowly lowers up the leg, helping to move blood flow. But here is the key. If you have a history of heart issues or more complex blood flow issues, you absolutely must speak with your health doctor before starting even light squeeze to ensure it is safe and right for your specific health needs. The key is soft, even support, not hard force. The final sock error is wearing socks that are the wrong length. This is a small point, but important for lower leg blood flow. Many seniors wear ankle length or no-show socks only. While these are fine for some times, they can be a problem if they rely on a tight band right around the ankle bone to stay up. This high-tension ring directly over the soft ankle area can stop flow and cause pain, especially during long times of sitting or standing. The best sock length for raising comfort and blood flow is the crew length or mid-leg length. These socks have two pluses. First, they allow the springy or non-binding knit to sit higher up on the leg, where the muscle is larger and better able to handle soft, non-tight pressure. This stops the pressure spot from forming right at the ankle or the lower shin. Second, the extra cloth gives a soft, helping wrap for the lower leg, which can feel very good. The best socks are often those that come up to just below the knee, giving a steady, soft hug across the whole lower leg. This spreads the pressure more evenly, removing any tight pressure lines around the ankle. If you are going to wear an ankle sock, ensure that the stretchy band is barely felt and does not leave any mark on your skin after wearing. Choose the length that lets the sock's knit spread its soft grip over the largest area possible. Now that we know the problems, let us quickly fix 3 common wrong ideas that keep people in the wrong socks. The first lie: socks should be tight to help with swelling. The truth: while squeeze is vital for some, most store socks that feel tight are just poorly made with a high tension top. This tightness is often uneven and stops the flow fast, causing a block above the tight band, not a helpful squeeze. You need graduated, planned squeeze, not simple tightness. If a sock leaves a deep mark, it is hurting, not helping your swelling. The pressure must be soft and spread out. The second lie: pricey socks are always better. The truth: not true. Many high-cost sports socks are made with parts like arch supports, thick pads, or very technical tight bands that are great for a long runner, but bad for senior foot comfort. They often care more about strong support than soft, non-tight cloth. The best socks for tender feet are often cheap, simple, non-binding diabetic socks that focus on smooth builds and soft, dry material, not on high-tech parts. The third lie: you should wear the same sock thickness all year. The truth: your shoe fit changes based on the time of day and the heat. Wearing a thick sock in summer can lead to too much heat and extra wetness, hurting skin health. On the other hand, a thin sock in winter may not give enough warmth, leading to very cold feet, which can make the pain worse. You need a seasonal sock plan: very light, dry, smooth socks for summer, and slightly thicker, smooth, non-binding wool mix socks for cold weather. Your foot health needs change. So how do you put this into use? Here is your daily foot health map, a simple, easy plan you can start today. Step 1. The morning sock check daily. Right after your shower, before you put any socks on, check your feet. Look for any redness, cuts, blisters, or signs of dry, broken skin. If you find anything, fix it before covering it up. Then pick your sock. It must be a marked, non-binding, smooth, moisture-pulling sock. The cloth should feel soft, not itchy, and the top should feel like a soft hug, not a squeeze. Step 2. The midday lift break daily. Even the best socks need a break from gravity. For 10 to 15 minutes around noon, take your shoes off and lift your feet above the level of your heart. You can do this by lying down and resting your feet up on a few pillows. This simple act really helps the return of blood flow from your feet, lowering that heavy, tired feeling that grows through the day. It is a vital habit no matter which sock you wear. Step 3. The foot water rule. Nightly. After you have taken your socks off for the night, put a simple, soft, no-smell lotion on your feet. But here's the vital part. Never put lotion between your toes. Keeping the skin between your toes dry is a must for stopping issues. Wetting the tops and bottoms of your feet keeps skin springy, making your skin less likely to break, which then lowers the risk of open sores. Step 4. The 15-day sock test. Short-term goal. Promise to wear only the right, non-binding, smooth socks for 15 days in a row. At the end of the 15 days, check your daily comfort. Are your feet less wet at night? Is the tingling feeling lower, even a little? Is there less swelling at the end of the day? Most people tell of a clear change in total foot comfort and a drop in that annoying tight feeling around the ankle and leg. Step 5. The 60 to 90 day shoe fit check. Long-term goal. After 60 to 90 days of always wearing the right socks and doing the daily plan, you should see a big difference in your movement and comfort. At this point, check your shoes again. Because the right sock is thinner and less bulky than many of the cotton or thick sports socks you may have been wearing, your shoes may now feel too loose. This is a good sign. It means your foot has more room to move naturally, which improves balance. But it may also mean you need to add a slightly thicker, softer pad, or even think about a half-size change in your shoes to keep a safe, snug fit. Imagine 90 days from now, you wake up, and when you slide your feet into your new, soft, smooth socks, the feeling is one of comfort, not tightness. You take your morning walk, not with a fear because of the burning feeling, but with trust and balance. That daily low-level stress of foot pain is replaced by a soft, helping feeling. This is not a hard medical task or a costly pill. It is a simple, basic change starting right in your sock drawer that can deeply change your movement and your quality of life. You have the power to make this simple switch today. Do not let a simple piece of cloth be the hidden cause of your daily pain. Now, if this video has given you a moment of light about that daily foot pain, please do 2 things for me. First, hit the like button so this vital news can reach more people who need it. Second, comment below with the age you are right now. I read every comment and it helps me know what kind of news is most vital to you. And finally, subscribe and click the bell. I put out new health news every week aimed at helping you live your best life with comfort and trust. There is a video on screen now about the 3 most common home risks for seniors that you might want to watch next.